Aloha friends, welcome to my channel. This is Shamansi and happy 11/11 portal. Oh, lots of vibrant, glowing, golden energy coming in. Welcome back for this quick update for those of you who are wanting to tap more into your intuition and needing a little bit of confirmation. So just a brief synopsis of this reading. There were a lot of telepathic messages that came through. I'm not going to share all of them here with you. So if you feel like you didn't receive a lot, or there's something missing, go back and just listen to it. Watch, open yourself up so that you can receive those telepathic messages, because this pile, those of you that chose this pile, this is a super high vibrational pile. This is you stepping fully into your power. No more holding back. So in the beginning, they show this figure where she's kind of like hunched over and pulling her solar plexus back and in, and it came out that same way. Where's that other card? Spirit, please. Oh, in this one, in the depth. So you see how she's folded in two, and it's like that, all that depth is right here. So it tells me that you recently went through probably some multiple dark nights of the soul, some deep shadow work, and this is the depths. This, like, you went deep, and it may have felt like you were not going to get out of it, or that it was taking a very long time, but it's because you have all of this brilliant, beautiful light to share, and there's so much shifting. So you have a fresh start coming, and they want you to reclaim your crown with this ginkgo, this breakthrough. It's like, this is like the arm of like the wizard, like Merlin, coming in and handing you the sword and saying, here, this is for you. Reclaim that crown, because you have it within you. Yes, it took growing through some darkness, surrendering to a higher power, but now they want you to really let yourself shine. Fill into the energy of allowing yourself to be in your full form of authenticity, and by putting more love into yourself. There was a lack of self-love, and so putting more love into yourself is what has helped you shift through that. And the fox energy is, fox are tricksters. So typically when the fox comes out, it says that you are that you're playing some mind games or tricks on yourself. So it's like maybe things were coming in and you got in your head and it shifted, and they're just saying now it's time to fully stand in your power, activate that solar plexus, fully come into your light. I want to remember what this one is about. I was asking, the authentic self. Okay, so I did touch on that. And then being vulnerable, like those of you that chose this pile, y'all are, you're empaths and you're highly sensitive, and you feel a lot, and there is a lot. You know what? A lot isn't an understatement. There is a ton of shit rising through the collective right now. So it feels dense. It feels heavy. It feels like a lot. So continue disconnecting from what is not yours. Call all of your energy back from every time, space, dimension, place, people, everywhere where you've shared your energy. Practice some energy hygiene, cleansing yourself when you're around people. When you get back to that alone time after being around people. And then really ground yourself, because what's coming in is abundant, and everyone, this energy that everyone is feeling, this chaos that's lifting, this rise of the shadows, the golden shadow, is there are a lot of people that are going to be reaching out for help, and you are going to be one that will be there for support in helping them. So, and I feel like you don't have to do anything extra. Just be yourself. Just be supportive and cleanse your energy. Really take that energy hygiene seriously, so that you're not taking on anyone else's stuff. But it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to open up that heart. Look at, he's wearing the crown, just like it said, reclaim your crown. It's like, it's time for you to step up and be all that you came here to be, your destiny. Alrighty. Thank you again. Until next time. Adios. Welcome back to the confirmation video for those of you who are doing the silent oracle readings and connecting. There were many telepathic messages that came through. I'm not going to share them all here because some of them Spirit has told me are only supposed to be shared telepathically. So if you feel like you didn't get many telepathic messages, perhaps connect to the video again, watch it over again, see if anything else stands out for you. Now, they're wanting me to point out a few things with channeling and opening up your channels. When I was opening up my channels, there were very specific things that would stand out to me in the pictures, and that's how I would get my messages. Or there were words where maybe not every word resonated on it, but one of the words really stood out for me. So also sometimes cards would appear brighter or lighter than some of the other ones, and so that's how I knew. But they wanted me to share that with you. Real quick synopsis of what came through. Y'all are going through a dark night of the soul because there is a soul cycle completion, and there's a lot of grief coming through from this soul cycle completion that you haven't fully processed through yet, and it has brought a lot of heartache and pain, and it's specifically in the back of your heart space. So you may be feeling some upper back pain and like longing, like not wanting to let go. Where's the harmony, please? They're telling me to go show you the harmony. Okay, so the winds of change have come through. They've stirred shit up. Like, things have gotten crazy. They might feel chaotic. Everything may feel out of place. It's all already come through, but you see how she's still attached to this home here. It's like she's not gonna leave the home. And over here, there's this like grace and calmness to the bird. Like, it's not even affected by all of this. She's literally creating it herself by not letting go. So they're saying, let go. It is time to let go. Your intuition has been spot on, but you're starting to not trust in it because of what you've been taught, that others need to be there for you. That, you know, I'll tell you, a big thing for me was learning that nobody was going to love me the way I love myself. That's what this Shazandra berry is about. It's like, pour into your own cup. You need to pour into your own cup. There's no savior that's going to come and pull you out of all your shit. It's not easy. Believe me, I know. I've been through a lot of trauma in this lifetime. This body has. And I know that there's a lot to shift through, but they're like, there's this new life awaiting you, and all of this, like, one is new beginnings and all of this beautiful light, and it's like you're still down here playing in the swamps and feeling like it's too far out of reach, like you're not going to be able to connect to it. And they're saying you are, but it's going to happen through the waters. There's even like the water mirror image here, and there was a card. Can you show me where it's at, Spirit? Was it this? Oh, it's this one. They're like, she's like laying in her own tears. Like, she's just, it's like all of that energy, instead of getting up and shifting out of this dark night, because that's what it was, the cycle. There's like, you're continuing to cycle in this dark night of the soul because you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to ask for help. Ask for help so that you can receive. She's holding this like cauldron type thing right here, but it's in her receiving hand. It's like Okay, if you want to get out of this dark night, if you want to grow through this, if you want to let shit go, even here with the antelope, it's like there's a very strong, and this came through as masculine, so maybe this is a father wound, or not letting go of your father or a brother, or a masculine that has been close to you, whether they've transitioned yet or not. There's this connection of like not letting go, and the horns usually face up, right? The horns are the connection with source, the connection with the divine. But the horns, this represents you. The horns are pulled backwards in connection only with this figure, and they're saying that this is a shadow figure. They're like, look back at it. This is a shadow figure. Like, it's not, this is the main photo, right? But if you get close, you can see the shadow figure. And then once you see the shadow figure, you realize that the legs are actually like, they look like they're getting ready to run that way. It's the opposite direction if you just take it like this. They said cover it. So they're like, you need to let go. You've been knowing you need to let go. There's a lot of grief, a lot of heartache that needs to be worked through and shifted through. But the only one that's going to get you out of this, y'all, is you. You are the only savior that is going to pull you out of this dark night, that is going to be able to shift you through it. So pour into your own cup. Be there to support yourself through this. Schizandra berries, you can connect and eat some Schizandra berries if you'd like. Schizandra berries, what I learned in my yoga teacher training, this is just a little extra, it didn't come through in the original reading, but what I learned was Schizandra berries give you exactly what you need. If you need, if you're, they tell you, okay, Spirit is correcting me, thank you. They're saying they tell you exactly what's going on in your life. So if you eat a Schizandra berry and it's sour, that means there's some sour shit going on in your life right now. If you eat a Schizandra berry and it's sweet, it's like life is sweet, everything's okay. If it's bitter, there's some things that you probably need to spit out, that you need to let go of, you need to get rid of. So Schizandra berries have this really magical power if you connect with them. But I feel like those of you that chose this, it's like the strength superior, the surrendering to a higher power is what came through for that card when I first flipped it. And it's like, all of this that you're carrying, you don't have to keep carrying it. You can surrender it to a higher power. And once you do surrender, then you step into this energy. It's the Magician, where everything shifts. And look at how beautiful it is in this space. There's no, even in the dark, there's light, and there's these bright like neon crystals and vibrancy to the being. And it's like fully standing in your power with that Ankh in the giving hand. It's like opening up. So I feel like your guides are telling you, you want to get through this dark night, you got to get through it yourself. And y'all, I know that. I know how that is. I know we had a little activation, transmission, they're telling me, my apologies, transmission to help sever ties, to help let go. So if you feel like you are needing help letting go back and listen to that part again, where this card came out and they had me tone a little light language. Otherwise, reach out, ask someone for help. There's a lot of energy that needs to get moving. So maybe do a Reiki session, do a shamanic healing ceremony. If you're in San Diego, my husband and I are taking new clients, so you can reach out to us. We also have a light worker grid on our website that has many different light workers that you can connect with, see if any of their stuff resonates for you. But it's time for you to ask for help. It's time for you to shift through this. And I feel like they're saying pour into your own cup, because right now you're just waiting for someone to come help you, and that's not what's going to happen. You need to go out there and find it yourself. When I was a fully functional alcoholic or highly functional alcoholic, I knew that I was in a dark space and I was seeking help. I was going anywhere that I could. I went to the bookstore and looked for books on alcoholism and how to shift out of it. There were things that didn't resonate with me, so I stayed away from those things. But other things, You know, I saw a Reiki session on Groupon. It was my very first Reiki session. It was like I needed to shift myself first, and then the help will come in from a higher place. But it's up to y'all. So you want to get through this, open up, ask for help, pour love back into yourself, and rise. You have the power to get through this. Also, they're like, go back to the dragon, because there was a point that they pointed out that said, have fun. Like, you've been so tapped into sitting in this energy or working through this energy, or maybe even self-healing, where they're like, tap out of that and just go out and have a good time. You don't have to lower your vibration to have a good time, but enjoy life. Bring more joy and play and laughter into your life, and that will help as well. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Adios. Welcome back. This is the part 2 video for the Silent Oracle reading. And those of you that chose this card, it shows me you're seeing some reflection in your inner and outer world, and that's you're highly sensitive. You're connected to the collective. It's like you're interweaved in the collective energy right now, whether you want to be or not. And they're saying disconnect, like set your sights high, get out. Actually, like with this card, it said get out underneath the stars, underneath the moonlight, connect with darkness, because what the vibe I got from this card is that y'all have been through the storm, but the collective is still growing through the storm at large, and you're feeling all of that energy, and sometimes it is bringing you down and creating, overthinking and getting you into a space where you're ungrounded, unsettled, and maybe even like feeling like the world is upside down, and like how could we live here? How could we be growing through this? It is very, y'all are very connected to humanity, and it's hard watching humanity grow through this dark night. It's hard watching humanity purge karmas and grow through some of the densities, and that's exactly what this reading is about. It's like you're carrying this tower, and you have such a unique, zebras are such a unique species, and they're saying like you're so unique and you stand out and you're so different, and yet you continue to carry that tower for the collective, and you don't have to anymore. This is cycle completion. You had a lot of good numbers that came through. We have, they just pointed this out to me. It's like 21 and 12. You have 11. 11 again came through on this card. So there's definitely some, a lot. They just like had me put my fingers like this. So it's like, yes, the 11-11. This is going to be a huge portal shift for you all. So get out of your minds. Tap out of what is going on in the collective. That doesn't mean that you don't have to know, or you have to hide yourself from humanity or what's going on. It's good to be in the know. It's good to have knowledge and information and truth. And there are a lot of things that are not true that are coming up right now. So make sure that you have discernment and you're tapping into that. They're saying the cordyceps is going to help with that. So perhaps look into getting some cordyceps that you can use. My husband actually just started using, we have mud water. I think it's MUDWTR. I don't think the water part is spelled out, but it's a mixture of mushrooms and cacao and turmeric and all these good things for our body. And he had been feeling the call to cordyceps recently, and it does have cordyceps in it. So maybe find something like that, or even just if you can get some cordyceps powder, put it in your tea, something like that would be really good for you to help shift through this. And yeah, it's just the shift in the masculine, feminine, in the yin yang. It's everything feels stirred up right now, and they're saying offer your service. What do you know? What have you been through? What are you there? What can you support others with during this time? How can you help others? Because I'll tell you from my own personal experience, helping others really helps us see how far we've come on our path, to be able to give advice to others that, you know, we've really worked through some shadows, some harmonizing, some bringing ourselves to connect with our highest self within. So I believe that is it. Anything else, Spirit, that came through that I'm missing for this? No, it's just the disconnect. Yeah, just the disconnect from the collective and having discernment of what's yours and what is not yours, and then connecting with the night sky so that you can shift through this. And also it's going to be very cleansing to be out underneath the stars, underneath the moonlight, and it will help you. They're pointing out the eagle. It will help you see things from a much higher perspective, where, you know, we might see like chaos and tragedy and all of these horrible things happening in the world right now. But if you zoom out, and see the higher picture, it's the destruction before the rebirth, right? We're growing through that destruction. So they're saying, see it from a higher perspective. You no longer need to carry the weight of the collective, the weight of humanity, and allow yourself to have discernment so you don't overthink and take on the energy of others that you don't need to process through. Now, we did do a little transmission with the Divine Union Yin Yang card, and they're not telling me specifically. Okay, they're telling me that what the transmission is going to be different for each of you. It is what you need in regards to inner union and balancing out the shift from duality into polarity. So you can connect with me if you have any more questions. Otherwise, I believe that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, adios.